The NBA draft is one of the biggest events on the NBA calendar. Every year, fans and team executives alike eagerly await to see which players will become the next big stars and which ones might not quite live up to the hype. But the most important question on everyone's mind is, who should your team choose with their draft picks? The success of your team could depend on these decisions. The NBA draft itself is pretty straightforward. There are 2 rounds and each team gets 1 pick per round for a total of 2 picks per team. These picks give the teams the opportunity to select any eligible player from that draft and sign them to their team. However, a team can have more or less than 2 picks depending on trades or punishments from the league. Teams can also trade for future draft picks when making deals with other teams. So who can be selected with these picks? Any player who is eligible for the draft can be chosen by a team. To be eligible, a player must be at least 19 years old and 1 year removed from high school graduation. There are 2 types of eligibility, automatic and early entry. Automatic eligibility refers to players who meet the minimum criteria and have either completed 4 years of college eligibility, graduated from high school at least 4 years ago, or signed a contract with a professional team outside the NBA. Early entry eligibility refers to players who meet the minimum criteria and declare their eligibility at least 60 days before the draft, but they can withdraw at least 10 days before the draft. International players also have different eligibility rules, including being at least 22 years old or signing with a professional team in the US. So why do some teams have more or less draft picks than others? Draft picks are a valuable asset for teams as they help build a foundation for the future. Some teams prioritize long-term success, while others focus on immediate winning. Teams may also trade away their picks for star players or trade for future draft picks. In recent years, the Oklahoma City Thunder have acquired 19 draft picks from other teams, while other teams have only 1 pick for the next few drafts. The NBA can also seize draft picks from teams that break rules, such as the Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks, losing a 2nd round draft pick in 2022 for violating free agency tampering rules. There are also rules for trading draft picks. Teams can trade draft picks for players, cash, or other draft picks, but there are limits on how far in the future a pick can be traded. So keep your eyes open on what your NBA team is doing with its picks and get ready for the excitement of the NBA draft.